Yo, what's going on, Cowboys fans? It's your boy Foots here. It's always a blessing to wake up, man. Don't take waking up for granted. We like to talk ball, but y'all know me, I'm a lifer. Listen to music, maybe get out, take a walk. It's cool to see people in my neighborhood walking, taking care of their health. I had some lemon water this morning. I might listen to lemon water today. Y'all know the vibes, man. But it's always a blessing to wake up. All right, so I was gonna do this video last night, but I want to sleep on it. I wanted to make sure that I really hit some underrated names. Who has had an underrated camp? Not some of the headliners, and rightfully so for some of our headliners. CD, Micah, Dak. They have been headliners, and you need your guys to be guys against the rest of the league. But who has been some of the underrated names, whether it's a second year player, whether it's a rookie, who's come in, done some of the things that we expected them to do, or we didn't expect some of these players to make plays, and they did. And number one for me is the Marvin Overshawn. Um, Lately here he's come on. Lately here he's been noticeable. Lately here he's made plays. And a thing with him is he's on the team simply because of the special teams attributes. Like what he's going to do on special teams, he's going to be a demon on teams. But now you see him flying around making picks. If he can be stout in the run game, if he can knife through a few times in the run game, in the preseason, and show that he can be strong in that aspect of things, I do believe that Overshawn will get and have packages in game early on in the season. So he's definitely had an underrated good camp. I'm happy that the Cowboys drafted him. You know, I had a second round grade on the guy, but he's not for everybody. He comes to the Cowboys, and boom, he looks the part because of the way that our front is structured, and the way that Dan Quinn wants to use him. Almost like, I mean, he has that frame of a safety. He's a little bit thicker than Ron Curse, but again, he has a similar build to him. If the game can slow down for him and he can play fast, I think that that'll be a very good look. Number two, Jalen Brooks, man. I really do believe that Jalen Brooks has been lights out. I don't think that it's a fluke. You know, I said, well, what does this guy do well? He's not a burner, good route runner, not great. I just think that he's a football player. I think he's like, it's kind of like watching Paul Pierce play basketball. You know, Paul Pierce, they called him the truth. When Paul Pierce didn't have the best handle, he could shoot really well. I'll give him that. But he just knew how to play the game. Like he just had a feel. Great in good condition, and Jalen Brooks is really good condition. He's running routes. He just has a feel, man. He's earned his job. All he has to do is cap it off with preseason. And listen, you're talking to somebody, guys. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all know I don't like going over the top with receivers and camp and all that, because what happens is you get too high. These guys get in the preseason game and the lights get too bright. So he's definitely underrated guy that I've kind of said, I mean, and honestly, you can't even really say that he's underrated because he's getting the pub that he deserves. You see any video you see, it probably has something to do with Jalen Brooks and just how well he's been playing. Number three, and this one might surprise y'all, but Tyler Smith. Not enough has been said about how good he looks year two. You know, there was a play the other day, I'm watching him, and, you know, when I watch film or when I watch videos, I look at the whole play. So I just don't look at, you know, maybe what they tweet out. I look at the whole play. I look at the line. I look at everything. And the first thing that I see was Tyler Smith absolutely destroyed Osa and literally blew him 3 yards back off the line. That's what he does. His strength and his power and his ball get off is outstanding. So, you know, Tyler Smith, just enough hasn't been said about how physical he is, and that left side of the line being shirred up, man. Guys, sometimes when we can't run the ball against our defense, that's just a sign that our defense is really that good. I mean, we're projected top 5 defense in the league, homegrown, by the way. Number 4, Y.A. Thomas. Can't wait to watch him play preseason games. He's physical. He's vocal. He looks the part. He talks the part. You know, he was at Georgia Tech, and he flashed. Then he comes to the Cowboys, and it's like This guy he's still, I want to say this is his second year. He's still kind of like in the mix, and the Cowboys had a plan for him. And so now, with the injuries in the back, and they're not injuries that aren't, that, these guys are going to play in the regular season. Dono's going to play in the regular season. But with those injuries, it gave opportunity to young guys. That's not to say that Bell hasn't done enough. It's not to say that Marquis Bell hasn't done enough. But I do want to see Wanye Thomas. I want to see what Wanye Thomas can do. Oh, people driving kind of crazy early in the morning. They love to lay on the horn. Hey, relax, man. It's okay. Get you something to drink. Get you a little coffee or something. Chill out. All right. And number 5, Rico Dowdle. My only concern I've ever had with Rico Dowdle is the health. I'll never die. I'll never leave this fence. I'll die on this fence. I don't like running backs who have injury concerns because it's the most physical position in football. That's one thing about Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott was never hurt. I mean, the guy could take a bruising. He could take, punishment. He never laid on the ground. And so with Rico, I've heard some outstanding things from camp. You see the pop, you see the juice, and he's physical. He's a bigger guy. But that being said, I want to see him do it consistently over and over again, and not on Monday morning, oh, Rico Dowdle, he won't be practicing today because I'm not going to be happy with that, and that's going to be, that'll be the reason why I say I just don't trust this guy. But so far so good. Got to give him a chance. I think that he knows that this is his opportunity. If he wants to make some hay, this is the chance that you get to make some hay. So those are my 5 guys. Just a quick video here. Just want to touch in. I know that we do the headliners, and I've done the headliners. Who has been, because the truth is this, camp is pretty much over for me. They got some practices at the Star. They got about maybe 8 more practices. But if you haven't done it, you ain't gonna do it. That's just where I'm at. You've had the whole offseason. You have OTAs. That's why guys like Eric Scott is so cool, because he's been consistent. Jalen Brooks, he's been consistent. That's all I'm looking for is consistency. These guys like Simi, constant drops. Guys like Neville, who haven't taken advantage of what they need to do. Well, it's over. And unless you go out there and just do something spectacular in preseason, which could still happen. But, I just want to do some underrated players who have also shown and been consistent as well. All right, it's your boy Foots, guys. Have a great day. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing.